Hi! I am going to show you how I made that progression in the last video. Basically this one. Let me Cool, so it's basically 4 chords, and we can start by talking about the root notes, the bass notes. So at first, let's just go ahead and do that. So if you can see on the whirly right here, B flat, D flat, F, G flat. Or for your guitarist out there, A sharp, C sharp, F sharp. Now at first, what I did was I kind of just did basic triads over it. So if it was in the B flat minor scale, diatonically, it would sound something like this: B flat minor, C sharp major, F minor, F sharp major. So it sounds kind of like this. And that's a really cool progression. It's you've probably heard it in numerous things, but I kind of flipped it a little bit by doing little things that I usually do when I make progressions up. I just kind of do, you don't really need to have a huge theory background to have fun with chords. I just, first off, I like switching minor to major. So the first chord, I was like, what if it was a B flat major instead? We got that. So that leads 2 major chords, B flat major and D flat major. Then I was kind of like, I wanted that D flat major to be a D flat major 7 chord. So that's C natural, or sorry, B sharp. I don't know. Anyway, if you do like a stock one would be C sharp, F, G sharp, and C natural. I basically did an inversion of it and did that. So we got this. So then I was kind of like, okay, cool. First 2 chords. Getting weirder. What about that? What if that C natural goes back to the B flat major? Turn it to like a B flat major 9 chord. So then I did that. So that C natural has that different kind of quality to each of those chords. And then the other 2 chords. So then basically I was kind of like, I don't really want to deal with F minor. And I just flipped it to major. So I did F major. And then because I like things a little spicy, I turn it into an F major 7 chord with the E natural. And that kind of turns things upside down because that E natural is not really part of it's not really part of it, so it kind of flips it. So now we got this. So now we got a spicy big bite. You got to kind of understand that we're shifting there for a second. And then I also didn't want to do F sharp 7. It's a little too on the nose. So then another tactic I do is I stack a bunch of thirds. Too spicy when you get up here. So what I eventually ended up doing was basically that chord instead for the last chord. That's a super spicy chord. It says here it's F sharp major 7 sus2. You can't think of it like that. Or you can think of it as kind of like C sharp major 2nd inversion. So we got 2nd inversion with the root as F sharp. I do a lot of that too. I do a lot of messing around with like taking an inverted chord and adding a different root note to it. Like that's even just kind of cool. And and that is just a completely separate inverted chord. It's just, the thing about theory is you can have your own little ideas of what they even mean. You don't have to call it F sharp major 7 sus 2, even though it does make sense. You can also just say, oh, it's a C sharp second inverted chord, and I'm just messing around with the root notes. So let's start with the first progression, that the basic one. So here's the crazy one. Kind of wild. Also, with that second chord, I also made a major 9 out of it. So major 7 9. So C sharp major 7 with that 9 in there, or an add 2, add 9, whatever. It's a second scale degree or the 9th scale degree. Also, by doing this, you can successfully change the key within every chord. So let's say we're doing the old chord progression. You can do the B flat minor scale the whole time. Modulated one, you can actually change it to B flat major and C sharp major and then F major. It's kind of spicy, and then if you do the modulated one of it, you can do C sharp major or F sharp major. It's just you can do craziness when you start flipping major to minor, minor to major, adding 9ths, adding 7ths. Adding a 7th chord that does not fit. Doesn't matter. It just depends where you go next. So a lot of chromatic movement. A lot of it's good to resolve 7 chords at a key like in a chromatic movement. So I don't know how long this has been going on. This is kind of boring. And then it ends up like this. Now what's actually kind of cool, let's talk about really quick the melody line. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Let me, where did I do that? Why did I solo that? There, okay, cool. So I did kind of. So basically how I picked the melody line was what notes would kind of work over each one of those chords, with one really spicy one. So I did kind of like a B flat. Kind of like there's a modified name for this. It's like some like a Hiragachi scale or something. But I found out that it kind of worked. The only thing that was spicy was this note over the B flat. But it fits really well with the rhythm. I don't know, it's kind of a different thing. But if you do that scale over it, a spicy one, but it works, so that's kind of strange. I didn't really realize it, but the F major 7 works kind of oddly well over the Hiragachi B minor thing. I'm just calling it a Hiragachi. And of course, so that's why I came with the melody. Also, let me just check how long this has been going on for. I can't even tell. Oh, 8 minutes. Cool. I got some time. Now, compositionally, I kind of messed with things for the intro. If I just do the bass line and the melody, it sounds super minor. Super kind of dancey as well. Really fun. Lots of fun. Let's say I kept that melody going when the chords jumped in. You'll see, like, oh, shoot. Actually, there's some crazy major stuff going on. So, check it out. Now, same thing with the chords. Kind of spicy, but you know what? If you know where you're going, you could turn that spice into cuisine. You can throw that spice into your cuisine, and it'll bite your tongue a little bit. But, yeah, That's it. That's how I did the progression. Goodbye.